All right, thank you for staying with the Monday Report. Keep your questions coming at Trevor Mbija at Citizen TV Kenya. Use the hashtag Monday Report. We'll pose those questions to Owalo, who's the Cabinet Secretary, Information, Communication and the Digital Economy, who's with us here in studio. Thank you so much for making time. Let's continue this conversation. So, President has given a deadline for all government transactions to be collapsed to the 22222 USSD
yes.
by 11th. In fact, by tomorrow, you're supposed to give a status report on the compliance. Who runs this platform, Waziri?
You see, this platform is run by the National Treasury. As the ministry under whose jurisdiction that mandate falls. All issues to do with collection of taxes, collection of revenues from members of the public on behalf of government is undertaken by the National Treasury.
Okay, so but is this going to be run entirely by the government employees, or are we outsourcing parts of this?
You see, the core business is undertaken by the Ministry of the National Treasury. But as in any payment platform, we expect that the National Treasury will partner with the telecommunication company and the mobile telephone providers, service providers.
So who's at the back end? This is what I'm asking you, because the front end is the government, like you've mentioned it.
Oh, yes. We are definitely going to have the private sector at the back end.
Who?
It's partnership.
Private sector.
It's partnership between government and the private sector. You'll have a mobile service provider. You'll have a mobile money transfer provider.
Have you decided who that will be?
No, not as at now.
What happens to the companies that will be affected by this move?
You see, it's basically a migration. I don't think there are any contractual issues that should be of concern in this case. In any contract, there's always an exit clause. So if it came to that, I don't think there will be any legal implications that would negate the efforts of government as far as harmonization of the payment platform is concerned. You see, the individual line ministries would still be able to pay the service providers they had engaged because they'll still get the money that was due to them. What happens is that all payments will be done through the 22222, but that platform also has a mechanism through which the line ministries and all the other agencies instantly get back whatever money was due to them. It's not that all the money will now remain at one source, no. The money that is due to a collecting entity, like a line ministry or an agency, will still get back to it. But what we are looking at through this framework is to ensure that there is visibility from the National Treasury front so that we don't have revenue leakages. There must be a mechanism through which the government ascertains the money that is being paid into it so that we don't have revenue leakages.
But does that then beat the purpose? Because the purpose was to ensure that no revenue is left to other people and goes all the way to the government.
No, it goes all to the government. But does the National Treasury hold all money that it collects? It collects, but it disburses the money straight to the line ministries for purposes of implementation of government projects.
But what about those people who have a contract? Because this is going to be a breach of contract. The president made these pronouncements just the other day, and even if you're coming out of a contract, there has to be a reason as to why. Have you sufficiently...
There is no contract which does not have an exit clause.
But the exit clause has to be in breach of the contract.
Not
so
necessarily.
Are you ready for any litigation?
Not necessarily. When you have got an exit clause in a contract, it has to be a clause that is mutually acceptable to all the parties in the contract.
And the terms and conditions have to apply, whereby you have to state that we can terminate your contract under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circumstances. This circumstance has not been explained to anyone. The president made that declaration, never said why.
You see, those are issues that will be dealt with on individual basis. From where I sit, I don't see why there should be any breach in contract, because there are terms and conditions also tied to those exit clauses. Are
you ready for any litigation that might come with this?
I don't foresee any litigations. Because
should there be one?
Should there be one, we'll deal with it when it comes to. But from where I sit, I don't see why we should envisage any mass of litigations related to this, because there are always exit clauses in any contract. And when you want to exit a contract, of course, you will look for the easy way out of negotiating your way out of that contract. I don't foresee any litigations whatsoever. So
you might go for an out-of-court settlement as well? Should it get to that?
You see, we should not even get there, because you talk of an out-of-court settlement when there's a dispute.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm not foreseeing litigations, I'm not foreseeing disputes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any chances of this platform collapsing because of the massive transactions that will now come to the triple?
You see, we are dealing with technology here, Trevor. When we came into government, we only had 350 services about the eCitizen platform. Today, we have got a critical mass of 5,084 services aboard the eCitizen platform, fully digitalized. We have an additional 2,000 555 partially digitalized. And we have gone ahead and identified a critical mass of 9,500 services that can possibly be digitalized, which means by the end of the year, based on our propositions, which has actually been echoed at the highest echelons of government by none other than the president himself, we are going to have all government services aboard this platform. What happens is that ICT infrastructure is not static. You can enhance the capacity. Just the same way you can develop a website, as you enhance the content, you enhance the capacity of the website. So this is the same thing that we are doing. We are digitalizing. We are also enhancing the capacity.
So has it already been done, or this is work in progress?
No, it's been done so far.
Okay.
We have already managed to sustain 5,084 services fully digitalized on the eCitizen platform. From a meager 350 when the Kenya Kwanza government came into power last year. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is within a period of what period of time? We are talking of 8 months. Yeah.
And the target is 25,000. Are you on course for that?
No. I think you are mixing issues here. The target of 25,000 is for the free Wi-Fi hotspots, which we are establishing and operationalizing all over the country. The target we have for government services is about 10,000. We have identified so far about 9,555 services that can possibly be digitalized, including but not limited to the 5,084 that we have already fully digitalized.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get into the Wi-Fi hotspots in just a bit, because I know there are 421 that you've done so far. But let's talk about WorldCoin, Waziri.
Yes. What's the
update the country.
Yeah.
Why was there conflicting reports